If you were with us at 5, you heard 24 Hour News 8 political reporter Rick Alvin tell us how any money allocated by the legislature to fix roads would be distributed, at least part of it.
Well, Rick is back in studio with us now again to tell us more about how our tax money would be spent.
We don't know yet if there's going to be a big deal. The governor's asking legislators to raise as much as $1.5 billion a year. The idea to fix Michigan roads that most people would agree to are in miserable shape. Lawmakers in lame duck so far have not come to an agreement, though the Senate has passed a bill that would double the gas tax and generate between $1 and $1.5 billion a year. But if House lawmakers agree, where would that money go?
The state constitution says that 90% of the funds collected had to be used for roads and bridges.
That 90% is split up roughly 39% for the state, 39% for counties, and almost 22% for cities and villages. But what about the other 10%? For easy figuring, if your taxes are raised $1 billion a year, that's another $100 million a year to go where?
The rest of it is for transit, so it helps fund the rapid here. From an operating perspective, it helps match the capital grants that they get. If they get a federal grant, the state provides the matching funds for that as well. That's out of the 10%.
If the Senate plan clears the House, which is far from certain, that's $1 billion for bus and transit lines over the next decade. Governor Snyder says at some point the distribution formula might need to be changed, but defends the money for transit systems.
Let's be careful, because one of the things I look at is the issue of mass transit. Mass transit's a good thing in many cases. It's for people that don't have a vehicle. They need a way to get to work. So I would hope people are not down on mass transit.
By the way, some of that 10% is also used for rail, even some port costs. As of this evening, there is still no solid plan for road funding being embraced by both houses, and it's unclear if there will be. But if one does emerge and it includes new revenues, it won't be just roads that benefit. Marley?